everyone. I hope you have started your day on a very positive note. And Tanush has already introduced me. So today I am going to talk about the word productive. Now, if you notice, I haven't said productivity, I have said productive. So when we come across this word, when you say that yes, I was productive, it doesn't just thoroughly mean that you are busy, you indulge in activities that are necessary. It also means productivity can also mean something, or you practice a task so that you feel positive emotions. Now when I say positive emotions, I am saying you feel joy, you feel happy, you feel identified, you feel belonged, and you feel self worthy. Now I have seen so many people, and also when we come across the social norms, it is very important that yes, every student should be productive, and students should not waste time, because then they're spoiled. But yes, I will say that to maintain a positive mental health, it is very important that you are productive, that you invest your time in yourself, you try to get to know yourself better. Just identifying your strengths and weaknesses is also a part of being productive. um, Now if during the quarantine, if you're just resting, then I will say it is productivity, but always you have to maintain a balance. It just cannot be that I am resting, it just cannot be that I am playing games or I'm spending time with my friends. But productivity is something that is balanced, something that makes you feel happy about. And in the end of the day, you should feel self worthy. Yes, I have been productive for the entire day because I have benefited with the time I have invested in my activities. So this is what productivity means. Are you all clear with this? So now coming to how to be productive. Now it is very important to know how to be productive, because when you want to be productive, what you can do is you can start maintaining a journal where you write down all the things that you have done, or you can maintain a timetable. Timetable has been something that has been practiced since we have been kids. In school, we were having calendars, we were having a timetable where our academic sessions have been told to us or informed to us prior, so that we know what we're going to study. Is why? Because you are aware about your where you're investing your energy in. So maintaining a timetable, maintaining a journal, or maintaining a visual diary. If you are a very creative person, what you can do is you can start taking pictures, or you can draw pictures as to how your day was. So you can maintain a journal or a diary over a period of time. If you're a person who cannot work according to short term goals, who cannot complete short term goals, or you're very efficient so you just complete your short term goals, so what you can do is you can uh, decide for a month that this is something that I will be practicing, and you can be productive for the entire month. So when it comes to productivity, you have to be smart. You have to be smart in where you are investing your time, in where you are indulging in. Because if you look into what successful people have been practicing, is they have been working on themselves, they have been investing their time in self growth. And when I talk about productivity, yes, when you work on yourself, you will be more closer to your goal. So when we talk about productivity, yes, goal setting is something that is always related. And by goals, I just don't mean, career goals, but I mean that you work on yourself. Every day is a new day, and every day should be a day where you better yourselves. And how can you better yourself? Is being smart about what you do. Now, coming to mental health and productivity. Of course, when you, so basically, mental health is a state of well being. To maintain a good mental health, you have to be positive. You have to have a positive aspect towards life. Now, when you're experiencing negative emotions, that is, you are sad, you are depressed, you are upset, you just had a fight with someone, you are going to feel the negative unhealthy emotions. Now when I say negative unhealthy, why unhealthy is because you, your mental state, your emotional state is not something that is going to benefit you, hence it is negative unhealthy emotions. So when you experience negative unhealthy emotions and you have to be productive, what I will suggest is you experience it. You are angry, yes, you're angry. I am not saying you will be productive when you're angry, but experience it. If you're angry, scribble somewhere, tear pages, call someone and just vent out your emotions. If you're sad, yes, go to your favorite corner, do something you like, practice your hobbies, or just cry out. Do what the emotion is demanding you, and by that you're experiencing it. But just like a boomerang effect, when you are over with experiencing your emotions, then you have to get up, then you have to be productive, and then you have to do what is is necessary, what your goals are demanding to you. You have to practice that. That is just like a boomerang effect. If you're done experiencing, then stand up, do what is necessary, be productive. If you are sad, if someone has left you, introspect what happened wrong. Introspect why is it that I am experiencing these emotions. Because even if you are experiencing negative emotions, you are going to be the reason of it and nobody else. So what we tend to do is we tend to blame the problem, we tend to blame the person, but no, whatever happens, you are going to be the reason. Because some or the other way, you might have done something, you might have said something, and that is the reason you're experiencing that. But I'm not saying about the traumatic effects. I'm not saying that if you have lost someone in your life, then you're not the reason for it, of course. So when it comes to trauma and negative unhealthy emotions, it is different. You need to recognize that. And by how to recognize that is by introspecting, is by increasing your self awareness, by identifying your traits. Now people have been finding excuses as to, she's productive because she has got a lot of time and I have not got so much time, so I'm less productive than her. I am sorry, but you're just giving excuses, because if you have 24 hours, my dear, she also has 24 hours. So maybe she is good at time management, she is good with setting her goals for the day, and you are not. So when before giving excuses, please try to understand that, was it really my mistake that I was not able to complete my task, than giving excuses. Now when it comes to social media, everyone tries to sit and think 2 hours as to what my caption should be. It should be attractive. Or there are people who spend hours in clicking pictures, selecting pictures to post on Instagram. If you are productive while posting pictures and scrolling down as to what is happening in Deepika's life and Ranveer Singh's life, if you can be productive while doing that, why can't you be productive for yourself? If you can call up your friend and tell the latest gossip that happened in your group, then of course you can, be the reason that people gossip about your strengths and your success. You can be productive so that people can be jealous of your success, or people can be envious as to, because they want to be exactly like you. And that is exactly what productivity is. And I am not saying that productivity means, being busy and telling people that, sorry, I have work, I'm busy. but it means activity management. It means doing tasks that are going to better your strengths, and every day you are going to work to be the best you can. So the next time you give excuses, please introspect, please sit down and think as to why I didn't complete the task. And also understand that what is necessary. I'm sure that if you don't send a picture or if the filter is wrong, it is not going to change anything in your life, but you're just going to waste time. So be smart with your choices. And then I'm sure you'll be productive. Thank you.